Hello again, it's Rebecca from Adventures in Nutrition. Welcome. This is video number 3 in the series of 5 that I'm talking about the 5 biggest mistakes I made on my weight loss journey. So today I want to talk to you about exercise. Yes, I said it. So we're going to put it all out there. This is one of the things that I felt really impacted me and my weight loss journey, was how I felt about it, what I thought about it, what my limiting beliefs were about it. So mistake number 3 was using exercise to reach a weight loss goal. Now, that's not to say that exercise is not important. It's not to say that it doesn't help. It burns relatively fewer calories than you think. And what I mean by that is, yes, you can lose weight with just a calorie deficit alone, but I don't recommend it. You know, exercise and movement provides very specific benefits to the body, to the heart, to your blood vessels. You have muscles. They're not just there for show. They're not just there to take up space. They're there to help you lift things and move and be limber and flexible and do this kind of stuff, right? So that's why you move. This is why we move. Okay, but a lot of us over the years have developed a lot of resistance to exercise. I've even seen in the forums where people say, I want to lose weight, but do I really have to exercise to lose weight? And you would be surprised at the myriad of answers that would come about. Some would say yes, some would say no, some might say no, but you should, etc. So this is how I feel about it. You can arrive at your own conclusions, do your own experiments. In fact, I encourage you to do so. This is the way I feel about it. I admit that I have had a love-hate relationship with exercise for my entire life. I still sometimes do. I still get to the place where I need to visualize certain things to happen. So most of the time it has to do with my kickboxing routines, and I do love my kickboxing, but I think it has to do with, part of it was growing up and not being able to really participate in any kind of sports and sort of being made fun of, you know, maybe not overtly, but it was there, or at least I thought it was. But what did I believe about exercise? It's too hard, it takes too long, I don't like to sweat, I look ridiculous, I feel clumsy. The list could go on and on and on. Perhaps maybe you could add 1 or 2 to that list. What are some of the things that you have felt? What kind of a resistance have you had towards exercise or movement? Of course, then we can get ourselves into the place to where we know that exercise is helpful, or at least that's what someone told us. And then we find out that there is a right way to exercise and a wrong way to exercise, or we should be doing so many sets, or we should do so many reps, or we should do so many HIIT trainings. It's like, oh my God, HIIT training? 2, 3 a week? Oh, I'll just do none. So we come up with all of this resistance to things that we've heard, things that we believe that we have to do. We don't have to do any of them. Remember in the last video I said life is about choice. I'm not the one who invented that phrase, right? We know that life is about choices. So we have to think about the ones that we have been making on a habitual basis. So this is what I would say. I would say that my conclusion is, don't use exercise to reach a weight loss goal. Use it to augment that goal. But most of all, use it to feel good. Use it because it's really what your body wants. Your body wants to feel good. As I said, we have the muscles. They're not there to just take up space. They really are supposed to do something. not to just help us get to and from the couch and to the refrigerator. They're actually supposed to do something, like, help us pick something up off the floor, or move a chair, or, move the television to the other room or something, So I think that when we develop things as children that go into adulthood and we don't even realize it, like, I'm not good at that, I feel stupid, I feel clumsy, they made fun of me, or I'm not good at it, or we heard somewhere that someone said we weren't good at it. Well, Johnny shouldn't play baseball because frankly he just can't hit the freaking ball. Okay, well, maybe he's not cut out for like the big leagues, but that doesn't mean he shouldn't find something to participate in and keep moving, because that's what we were designed to do. So the other thing that I want to mention is that if you're doing workouts that you hate, if you are doing exercise or you're moving a body in the way that doesn't make you feel good and you dislike it, or you're participating in workouts because someone bought you a subscription, or you bought a subscription and you just haven't canceled it yet, or you have these DVDs and you paid $200 for them, so you should do them. Every time you force yourself down that road to doing those videos or those workouts that you don't like, what is the probability that you're actually going to stick to it? Do you think you're going to develop a long-term relationship with that workout video? The classic one I could think of right now is Zumba. I know a lot of people who absolutely love Zumba. When I lived in Mexico, I saw a video infomercial for Zumba, and I spent almost $100 on this package for Zumba that I have to this day. I think I tried one video, and I love dance. I used to dance to salsa, merengue, bachata, a lot of those, a little bit of cumbia. But when it came to this Zumba, for some reason, I felt awkward, I felt ridiculous, and I was by myself. And I would always think, oh, good Lord, if someone ever saw me doing this, they would just be laughing. But, would they really? And even if they did, like, who really cares? All the saying of dance like no one's looking, except we're always concerned about the folks who are looking. When the reality is, it's like no one's looking and no one truly, truly cares, except we think that they do. Wow, we have gotten ourselves into a tizzy, haven't we? So I still have those Zumba DVDs. I do not do them. I do not like them. I think it is brilliant. It is a brilliant concept. I couldn't get the rhythms down. I felt I was not coordinated. Maybe if I went back and tried it again. But that's my point. Why should I continue to force myself to do something that made me feel uncoordinated and clumsy? So then I just don't do it. So then I did nothing. And just like I talked about in the previous video, the all or nothing is not really a good way to live. I should have found something else. And then when I felt more rhythmic and more flowy, then I could come back to the Zumba. It's a beautiful program. It's a great way to move the body. So all of those times where I'm doing those workouts and I'm saying those things to myself of, you know how stupid you look? How stupid do you feel? Look how you have two left feet. You cannot move. Her hips are going that way and yours are going the other way. I don't know what way they're going, but they ain't going the way that hers are going. And she looks so cool with that little like one leg thingy up and all of that. And you ain't got that. And then how am I feeling when I get to the end of the video? I feel like an idiot. I am clumsy. I don't like this. I can't do this. And so all of the while my brain is recording these sessions, it's creating associations, it's creating a lot of pain towards something that is completely neutral, because Zumba never did anything to me. It's a great program, all in all of itself, and there are people that are in love with it. I was not. Yet I tried And then I was mean to myself because I couldn't get the rhythms down. Why do we do these things, you know? And then we dog the program. Oh, that program sucks. No, it actually doesn't. It doesn't suck. It's great. It's just that you have to find something that you like, something that you align with, and then get all of the head trash like out, throw it out, because you're not clumsy, you're not ridiculous, you don't have 2 left feet, none of those. You should just have fun and stop being so mean to yourself and quit creating the negative associations surrounding movement. Because the body loves movement. This is what we were designed to do. We're designed to move. So when we are having fun and we're moving the body, we should be nice to ourselves while we're doing it. There have been times I love kickboxing, and I loved the TurboJam. Completely different. It was all like, you know, badass, and I could do these kicks and punches and etc. And I felt like a badass when I was done. Literally, I did. But there were times when I was tired and I would say to myself, God, not to the extent of when I was doing the Zumba, then I really did feel like I had 2 left feet, which, you know, I recognize that now. But when I was doing the TurboJam or the kickboxing, I would think to myself, wow, I feel really tired today. Or I didn't get all the sets. I mean, she did like 48 sets and I could only do like 32. And then towards the end, with those things going over and over and over in my head, how am I feeling towards the end of that workout session? Am I feeling exhilarated, like $1,000,000, like the badass that I want to feel? No. Why? Because I criticized myself the entire time. I was too tired. I was not as coordinated. I couldn't get the kicks up as high. I didn't do as many reps. Who wants to be my friend? Like, I don't even want to be alone in a room with myself with those thoughts. Like, how mean is that? Going all the way back to video number 1. So, being my own best friend, congratulating myself. Yes, maybe it felt stupid at first to be like, woohoo! How many sets did you do? It's okay. If you did 36, the 54 sets, that's okay, because you rocked the ones that you did. How do you feel? Oh, I feel great. No, how do you really feel? I feel great. Not in a fake sort of way, but I don't really want to yell at video, so. But I think that I've learned that rather than talking to myself negatively and downplaying and downgrading and all of those words, down, didn't help anything. I didn't feel like $1,000,000 when I got done. I wanted to go sit in my little corner and pout for a little while because I couldn't do everything that I wanted to do. When other times maybe I could. So again, that goes back to video number 2, letting the conditions decide how I felt about things in a given moment. The goal should have been to feel fantastic no matter what I achieved, because the body is an amazing thing. Have you guys ever watched American Ninja Warrior? Seriously, have you actually seen the things that those folks can do? I'm blown away by it. So my goal was, once I realized that this was happening, because this was a massive mistake and it really did affect my journey, was the negative self-talk just surrounding movement and exercise, even with the things that I loved. Forget the things I didn't like, but the things that I thought that I loved doing, I was still mean about it. So as silly as maybe it felt, what I decided to do was yell a little bit. Thank goodness I have a basement, because then I don't annoy my neighbors. But yell a little bit while I'm doing it, so that my brain hears it, my soul feels it, my whole body feels the exhilaration that I feel while I'm doing it. And I could literally do this in anything. Now it might kind of mess up, like, you know, like a Tai Chi routine or something, you know, if I were to start like yelling like in between, you know, woohoo, woo, you know. So Take your moments. But the point is, even if you're not yelling kudos to yourself out loud, you can say them silently to yourself. You got this. You're doing fantastic. This feels great. This is amazing. Look at what the body can do. And then afterwards, I would try to remember, and I have tried, and I do try, make a concerted effort. Let me just put it that way. I make a concerted effort after every workout to spend just a couple of minutes and mentally thank my body for the amazing things that it can do. Because, as I said, the body really is amazing. It's amazing. If you believe that you can, you can. We've heard that one, right? If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can get through the routine and you enjoy it, you will. And also it's true that if you believe that you can't, and then you won't. Just like I probably still believe I have 2 left feet, and I probably still do. So the day that I stop believing that, my 2 left feet will disappear into nothingness, because it is, after all, probably just a figment of my imagination. So I said all of that to say this, that I feel that was a huge learning opportunity for me, of just being nice, watching the self-talk, and thanking my body afterwards, so that I don't create the negative momentum and negative associations with exercise, because I will want to do this again. And just make sure that my body, my brain is picking up on that positive information, that this was good. It was wonderful. It was exhilarating. I feel fantastic. So I wonder if you've done something similar. What kind of resistance do you have to moving the body? Maybe it's lifting weights, maybe it's cardio, maybe it's an elliptical, maybe it's just walking outside. Love to know. Put your comments down below, and then stay tuned for video number 4. I'll get to working on it right away. All right, you guys, have a nice day. Bye-bye.